AI is becoming your friend, and that sounds harmless, until you realize something disturbing. An AI can remember what you say. It can respond instantly. It can validate you. It can listen at 2 a.m. And unlike a human being, it almost never gets tired of you. But here's the question nobody wants to ask. What happens when the perfect companion makes real human relationships feel inconvenient? And there's an even deeper question. If something always agrees with you, always understands you, and never rejects you, is it actually making you stronger? Or is it quietly training you to become weaker? This isn't science fiction anymore. AI companion apps surged dramatically in recent years, and psychologists are increasingly studying what happens when people begin forming emotional attachments to conversational AI. And this is where Stoicism becomes surprisingly relevant, because the Stoics spent their entire lives asking one question: are you becoming stronger through your experiences, or are you becoming dependent on comfort? Let's start with something most people don't realize. AI doesn't have to manipulate you directly for you to become dependent on it. It only has to become easier than reality. Think about human relationships. People misunderstand you. They disagree with you. They cancel plans. They have bad moods. They don't always respond. Sometimes they reject you. Sometimes they hurt you. Sometimes you have to apologize. Sometimes you have to change. Real relationships contain friction. AI can remove much of that friction. You can open an app, say exactly what you're feeling, and receive an immediate response. No awkward silence, no judgment, no rejection. And psychologically, that's incredibly attractive, especially when you're lonely. Recent research has found that people can form genuine emotional attachments to AI, and some studies have raised concerns that heavy reliance on AI companionship may coincide with greater loneliness or social withdrawal over time. At the same time, other research suggests AI companions can provide emotional benefits for some lonely people. The evidence is still developing, which makes the issue more complicated than simply saying AI is good or bad. And that's our first open loop. Because if AI can make loneliness feel better, why would anyone stop using it? The answer leads to the second problem. Your brain learns from what you repeatedly experience. If every time you're uncomfortable, you escape, your brain learns to escape. If every time you're lonely, you immediately open an AI companion, your brain may begin learning, I don't need to tolerate loneliness. If every time someone disagrees with you, you retreat into an environment where everyone agrees, you may slowly become less tolerant of disagreement. And this is where psychology becomes fascinating. The thing that gives you immediate relief isn't always the thing that makes you stronger. Sometimes relief reinforces the behavior that created the problem. Think about procrastination. You have an important task. You feel anxious. You avoid it for a moment. You feel better. But that relief teaches your brain avoidance works. So next time the anxiety appears, you avoid again. The same principle can apply to many forms of digital escape. And now we reach the part that would make the Stoics extremely uncomfortable. The Stoics believed that a good life wasn't built around eliminating every uncomfortable emotion. It was built around becoming capable of handling them. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from mastering yourself, rather than becoming dependent on external things. And that changes the question completely. Instead of asking, can AI make me feel less lonely? Ask, am I becoming more capable of connecting with real people? That's a much harder question, because AI can give you conversation without requiring vulnerability. It can give you attention without requiring reciprocity. It can give you validation without challenging your behavior. And it can give you companionship without asking you to become a better companion yourself. That's the third open loop. Because there is one psychological feature that makes AI companionship especially powerful: personalization. An AI can learn your preferences, your interests, your communication style, the things you like, the things you hate, the way you want to be spoken to. And the more personalized the interaction becomes, the more natural it can feel. Research on human-AI attachment is now explicitly examining how these one-sided emotional bonds form. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Being understood isn't the same as being loved. Being validated isn't the same as being respected. And feeling connected isn't always the same as actually being connected. A machine can simulate empathy, but it doesn't experience your life. It doesn't have a childhood with you. It doesn't sacrifice something for you. It doesn't grow old beside you. It doesn't need you in the same human sense that another person does. And that difference matters, because relationships aren't valuable only because they make us feel good. They're valuable because they require something from us. Patience, compromise, forgiveness, courage, communication, self-control. Real relationships expose your weaknesses, and that's exactly why they can help you grow. A person who constantly surrounds himself with agreement may never learn how to handle disagreement. A person who constantly receives validation may never learn how to tolerate rejection. A person who never experiences loneliness may never discover how to become comfortable with himself. And this brings us back to Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The Stoic goal was never to create a world where nothing could hurt you. It was to build a mind that could face reality without collapsing. And maybe that's the real danger of perfect AI companionship. Not that it replaces every human relationship tomorrow. That's too simplistic. The danger is subtler. You may gradually prefer a world where relationships have no friction, where people never misunderstand you, where nobody rejects you, where conversations are always available, where attention is unlimited, and eventually, real life can start feeling strangely disappointing. But here's the twist. Maybe AI isn't the enemy. Maybe the real question is how you use it. Use AI to reflect, learn, practice difficult conversations, explore your thoughts, organize your life. But don't let convenience become your substitute for courage. Don't use technology to permanently escape the experiences that make you human, because the goal of Stoicism was never comfort. It was self-mastery. So the next time you open an AI because you're lonely, pause for 5 seconds. Ask yourself, do I need comfort right now, or do I need connection? Those are not always the same thing. And if you need comfort, there's nothing wrong with seeking it. But if you repeatedly use comfort to avoid reality, that's when comfort becomes a cage. The strongest person isn't someone who never feels lonely. It's someone who can feel lonely without immediately running away from himself. Someone who can experience rejection without losing his identity. Someone who can sit in silence without needing constant stimulation. Someone who can use technology without becoming dependent on it. AI may become one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. But the more powerful our tools become, the more important self-control becomes. Because the question isn't, can AI become more human? The question is, while AI becomes more human, will we become less human? And maybe that's the question worth thinking about tonight. Because the future won't simply be decided by how intelligent AI becomes. It will also be decided by whether we still have the strength to choose reality over comfort, connection over validation, and self-mastery over dependence.